Go. Hey, we're back here at the Style Table on My Style Mondays, and today my guest is, are you ready?
Yes.
Carmelle Jean-Francois. She is the founder and CEO of Cfit Coaching. She is, first off, very sweet, obviously very beautiful and very sexy and very smart. And she has a powerful life story. She's going to share with us her journey, how she got into teaching women and maybe men about getting healthy and fit and why and how she got there and how she can help you get there. She also is going to talk about her style and clothing line. Carmel,
Yes.
welcome to the show.
Thank you, Yolanda. Thank you. I'm so excited to speak with you. When you told me that you were interested in having me on your show, I was like, well, yes, yes. So thank you. Thank you for having me here.
So you guys, we both attended the Women Who Boss Up Scale and Book Launch event and gala. And let me tell you, this woman walked in. I've been channeling my inner 70s style. And this, I don't know why. I just feel like the 70s. And so she walks in like a goddess with this fabulous fro. I was like, yes, my sister. I love it. I love it. It was so fantastic. So my 70s style star was like, yes, she was like my 70s style star. So I was like immediately attracted. And just as fabulous and fantastic as she is, she's so sweet and so open and willing to share her personal journey. Like I always talk about, we women, we have our businesses, but there's always a backstory as to how you started your business. How did you get into health, wellness, fitness, and how you help others?
So how I got into it, believe it or not, I was a tomboy when I was younger, but I didn't have any way to channel that energy. And my parents, they couldn't afford to put me into any organized sports. So I just played on the block with the other kids like everybody else did. And it wasn't until in my late teens and early 20s that I took up martial arts. And I actually achieved my black belt. I did. But something interesting I did. I did. So I know how to fight. I know how to throw a kick or a punch or two. Um, but what happened after that was in my early 20s, I graduated college and I went to work. So I was sedentary for almost 10 years because of that. And to be quite honest with you, during those 10 years, I wanted nothing to do with exercise. I was over it. That was done, right? I just wanted to live, and I was still very conscious of the way I look, the vanity end of it. Not so much the fitness, not so much the nutrition, but just the look of it. But I wasn't willing to do the work. I didn't want to. I had no desire to. So, do you want me to stop there? Do you have any questions, or should I go on?
No, well, you know what? When we were in our 20s, you can just kind of do that. You're running around eating this and that. You're not thinking about anything. But I
That's
always
true.
tell women now that, especially, when you hit your 30s, your metabolism slows. When you hit your 40s, your metabolism's like, "Ugh." When you're 50, it's like, never mind. So you have to start early. We want to start
Yeah.
practicing early, but
Yeah.
you're not really thinking about it in your 20s as much.
You're not. And your metabolism slows only because we slow down, right? We move so much less. Think about a child. A child doesn't sit still, can't sit still. And as we get older, we got to look cute. I can't be sweating all the time. I can't, like, no. So I want to look cute. So in my 20s, I very well went through that too. And I saw the sickness in my family, but I'm thinking to myself, either it's going to catch me or that's just not going to be me, right? There's a certain invincibility that you have at a certain age that you feel like, well, I'm not there yet. I'll pay attention when it's time for me to pay attention. But it's just like you said, the practice of it and the momentum of it does not have to die. We can keep a steady pace throughout. And that's what I really enforce and encourage. That's what I encourage to people. So I was sedentary for about 10 years, Yolanda. And I feel like there was a point in time when I said, Carmelle, you got to start getting yourself together. But I didn't want to do any of it. I was a young entrepreneur by my early 30s. And I was doing all the things. I was working my 9 to 5. I was doing my entrepreneur thing. And that was taking up all the time after work. And I was still trying to maintain a social life. And all of that equals less sleep, less focus on nutrition. Actually, for me, there was no focus on nutrition, and less movement as far as fitness and exercise was concerned. And again, I really wanted nothing to do with that. And one night I was driving home and I had no business driving. And I got into a car accident. I fell asleep behind the wheel. And my message is I fell asleep behind the wheel and woke up to my health and wellness, because all of a sudden it was really exemplified how lack of self-care is what led me to this. So when I teach fitness and nutrition, my main goal is to really get down in the root to the root of what is your health and wellness practices. Because Yolanda, health and wellness has so much more to do than the food that's at the end of our forks and how many squats we do. It really does. It has to do with how well we're taking care of ourselves. I was not taking care of myself. I was not sleeping. I was not eating right. I was not paying attention to me. And I got in that car knowing that I was tired. But again, there's that sense of invincibility. I was like, I've felt drowsy behind the wheel before. And I've read the statistics. 40% of Americans have reported driving while drowsy in 1 year. And that number gets down to like 27% in the last month. That's a lot of drivers out there. Yeah. And when you're driving, when you're drowsy, it's almost the same, pretty much the same as driving while intoxicated, because everything, your reaction is slowed and you're not conscious, right? So, right. Girl, that's what happened. I broke bones. I broke my hip. I broke my ankle, and I severed the tendons in my right hand. And wow. 2 surgeries later, 6 days later, I'm going home, and my doctor tells me, Carmelle, I need you to eat, because right now your body needs the fuel to help it heal. That was the first time I ever saw food as nutrition, food as fuel, food as medicine. That was the first time, Yolanda. And it was an incredible revelation, because mind you, I'm 32 years old. And that goes to show you how many people are walking around just kind of like, yeah, I'm sleepy, I'm tired, I have foggy, but they don't realize it's because of the nutrition. And it's so important. So that's my story. And that's what started me on my journey. And at the time, you kind of don't even realize that you're headed in that direction, but God knows. And God's like, okay, I'm going to put the pieces in front of you so that you can just gather the pieces and come to the conclusion that I need you to come to, because it's 15 years later, 16 years later, and I'm finally really getting it. Because nutrition, started becoming a part of my lifestyle. However, I didn't get heavy into nutrition until 2 years ago during the pandemic, as like so many other people.
So, okay, I wish I could say that I got into health and nutrition during the pandemic. I think I got into more wine tasting and more food during the pandemic. So I'm much better now.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Pandemic, man, I was like, oh, let me try this cheese. Let me try this bread. All the bread that were being sold, girl. But I will say this: the thing that I'm hearing from you is a part of this health and nutrition. A lot of this is just self-care. And you have to take care of yourself, because you do, like you said, I'm working a job, I'm running a business, I'm having a social life, and I'm not stopping, and I'm not sleeping, and I'm not thinking about taking care of myself.
At some
And
point,
it can go at both ends, you know?
exactly. At some point, your body is kind of like, can you give me some attention, please? And then it
Yeah.
will revolt. It will
Yes.
revolt and
Yes.
say, okay, since you weren't listening, this is what's going to have to happen. Yeah.
Exactly. Wow. I can't tell you, and ooh, gosh, I'm actually guilty because I take care of my dad, and sometimes his appointments, he has so many, and sometimes they're really early in the morning. And I literally was like so drowsy driving one time
Mhm.
that I was like, I've got to pull over. I've got to
Mhm.
close my eyes. I'm just that tired. And that's when I said, I've got to take the time and start thinking about my life and taking better care of myself, because I can't help him unless I take better care of myself. So you are so on point.
Yeah.
And I know there are a lot of people that need your help to
Thank
get back
you.
on track.
Yeah, and sometimes it's not even, sometimes we know that innately, I think. It's the inconvenience of stopping. It's the inconvenience of actually putting in that time for self. You're taking care of your dad. I understand. I took care of my mom for 3 years, and my mother suffered with dementia and Alzheimer's. And
Oh,
so
wow.
it was kind of like, now it was like around the clock. There was never time, there was never time for self-care. And thank goodness, my sister, my twin sister, we lived together while we were taking care of mom, and we would literally schedule date nights according to each other's schedules. Like, we were both single girls, so we were like, okay, I'm hanging out with boo, my boo thing tonight, and she'd be like, I got you, I'll stay home with mom. But just like we make plans like that and schedule time for things like that, we've got to put ourselves down on that schedule for that workout. It's so crucial, and we put that off like it's not, and it is.
It is. It is so, so important. Sometimes we have to cut out all of the background noise, and so we can really focus on ourselves, and not that our family and our friends aren't or background noise, but it's just sometimes we have to quiet our mind so we can think to put ourselves first.
Yeah, but Yolanda, sometimes family and friends are background noise. Sometimes they are.
Yes,
Especially,
sometimes.
and 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 as women, we're very nurturing and we're very giving, and I can tell by your spirit you are as well. So when people know that, people will take, and you have to learn how to quiet that noise and say, no, know our boundaries, say no when it's needed, because I need to take care of me. Because if I'm completely depleted, how do I have anything for anybody else? Nothing of value. So I have to recharge. We have to recharge our cell phones every day. I got to recharge. Let me recharge. And you're going to have to give me a minute. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
because
what.
you deserve a minute. You deserve that time to relax and really
Yes.
recharge yourself so you can do the things like you talk about fitness, you talk about the importance of it, and you incorporate nutrition because you said, I remember during your presentation at the event, you talked about you learned that food is also healing. You use
Yes.
food to heal
Yes.
yourself
Yes.
naturally.
Yes.
Can you
The
tell us
body.
a little bit about that?
Our body, of course, is this amazing machine, and it needs the fuel to run properly. And the fuel are it's not only the what are the it's not only the protein, it's not only carbs, it's not only the grains, but all the micronutrients that come in different foods that really fuel our bodies so that our bodies function well. It's the ability to absorb the vitamins that we are ingesting because of and the vitamins and minerals that we're ingesting, and they work cohesively. it's not like I can just take a multivitamin for vitamin K and that's it. Well, vitamin K needs vitamin A to work with it. I'm throwing out letters, everybody. Don't write it down. This is not gospel. This is after a week of hanging out with my boss babes and eating the foods that are not necessarily nutritious and jet lag. So if I'm saying anything that's wrong, y'all are gonna have to give me some grace and forgive me, please. But the nutrients that we take in work together synergistically to provide medicine for our bodies. And it's interesting because everything that usually the vitamins and minerals and things like that that are prescribed to us, they come from plants, and plants are of the earth. So I encourage my clients to become more plant-based. I always tell them, add more plants to your plate, not necessarily taking anything away, but definitely adding the plants. For me, eating vegetables was just like, I got my broccoli on there, there's the cauliflower and spinach, and that was it. But we have such a wide array of amazing different types of fruits and vegetables that provide so many different types of minerals and vitamins and micronutrients and so much goodness. And I've been having such an amazing time discovering new vegetables. When I say discovering, I mean vegetables I didn't necessarily grow up on, vegetables that I'm not going to necessarily find on a menu at a restaurant. And I'm just diving in and just enjoying the process.
So, and you help others like create meal plans or like think about some of the things and try different vegetables and things that are healing, because I think you mentioned that, you know, like you said, you hurt your hip, you tendons were ripped from your hands. And so you're like, you said food helped you heal faster. Is that correct?
Yes. So my doctor was like, we need you to eat. You need the calories and the nutrition for your body to heal itself. So the body undergoes this huge repair, right? So now all hands are on deck. All my organs, my blood, everything is on deck to heal me. So of course it needs energy, and our food is energy. Our food is fuel. So the more I eat and the more I take in the vitamins and minerals that my body needs to heal, the better. Because now if I'm not eating because I'm thinking, oh my gosh, if I'm not moving, my ass is going to get fat. So I'm not going to eat. But we need to eat because now the body needs to just heal. And so if it's worried about me starving it, how can it heal me? So oftentimes we get in the way of our bodies doing what it's supposed to do by malnourishment, by not giving it the exercise that it needs. And with the exercise, it increases oxygen, the oxygen we take into our body, which increases blood flow. And the blood flow just goes to all parts of our bodies. It makes our skin glow and gives us energy, gives us life, and we feel good. So it works so beautifully and synergistically. And for us to even be aware of that, like I couldn't appreciate what I didn't know, right, Yolanda? And if we don't know how our body, this complex machine works, how can we appreciate it? So once I learned about that, and when I saw myself getting so well so quickly, I said, I want to help my body heal faster. So I looked into the movement. I looked into the nutrition. I just wanted my body to be strong again. And I ended up being stronger than ever. And that's really what propelled my fitness. And since then, I've done a fitness competition, well, bikini competition. I say fitness so people understand that it's a little bit more than just putting on a bikini. I did a fitness competition. I've run 3 New York City marathons. I've run dozens and dozens marathons. I continue to challenge myself because I continue to be amazed by my body. I'm 48 years old. I'm 48 years old and my body can still do the things that it's doing. I'm going to let it. I'm going to allow it, but I'm going to take care of it so that it can take care of me.
And you show others how to do that. You teach others how to do that with Cfit coaching.
I do. And how I do that, how we go about it. And sometimes initially they're not even very happy with me, right? Because some clients want, give me my meal plan, give me my 30-day meal plan, give me my 30-day workout so that I can put on that bikini for the beach and then I'll be good. And I'm like, no, that's not the message I am encouraging. I encourage longevity. That's my goal,
Right.
especially at 48 years old. This is the time if we weren't thinking about health and wellness before, this is the time, because this is when the body says, I'm tired of all the shit you've been feeding me. I want to be well. And since I'm not, I'm tired. I'm not, my kidneys are tired. My liver's tired. So everything starts to break down. And that's where real illness comes from, the dis-ease, because your body is just kind of like, you're not feeding me the nutrients for me to heal accordingly, right? So when I say that my clients aren't always happy with me, I'm like, no. This is life changes, and this is something that you're going to adopt. So I stress and encourage sustainability.
Yeah.
Let's start tweaking things here and there. I'm not going to give you a meal plan, because after 30 days, you're going to drop it and you're going to go back to your old habits. Let's start
That
building new
part.
habits with what
Yes.
you already are doing. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So that's how
That's
I
so
help.
true. So you're saying that, listen, you guys, she's teaching you, this is a lifelong journey. This is a part of living, is taking care of your life. So she's going to help you create a system and a journey to help you with your journey in health and fitness. So you'll stay out of the doctor's office, so you don't have 10 doctors. I mean, it's a lot. I mean, sometimes I look at my dad and all the stuff that he goes through, and just the fight to keep him off dialysis and all these different things. So, how you want to finish the race. So that's what she does at Cfit Coaching. She's teaching you lifelong health and lifelong skills. That's like, it's second nature. You take a shower every day. You work
Right.
out every day. You brush your teeth every day. You eat healthy every day.
Right.
So, I mean, you're going to eat some cake or something too, but she's
I know
also
I did.
right.
There was so much dessert, and I indulged a little bit. So
Yeah. I mean, no one's saying to be perfect, but it's just a lifelong journey, and it's so worth it at the end. So you can enjoy your life with your friends and your family, and you're not spending all your time in a hospital or doctor's offices, and you'll heal faster if you have injury. That's the thing I really love, is that, you were talking about healing faster just from nutrition.
Yes. And that was my biggest takeaway. How fitness and nutrition plays a role in our overall health and wellness. And that's mind, body, and spirit. It really is. We haven't even touched on the other stuff, right?
Right.
But yeah, it's really, really incredible. And that would be a whole other show, I think, Yolanda. But
Yes.
one thing that you just said, how do we finish the race? And I've often told my clients to envision your 80-year-old self, and how are you living your last few years? Are you living it full of vitality, dancing with your grandchildren or great grandchildren? Are you dancing with your husband of many years? Are you walking the dog? Are you carrying your own groceries? Or are you on dialysis? Or are you in a home suffering from dementia and Alzheimer's like my mother? So we really, it's hard to think about, right? Because there's a disconnection. I'm not thinking about my 80-year-old self. I'm thinking I will be well, because we have
Right.
not gotten that diagnosis or prognosis just as yet.
Right.
But anything can happen at any given time. And so it's really important for us to think of our 80-year-old self, and just envision your 80-year-old self smiling back at you, saying, thank you for taking care of me, so that I can live with vitality. Yeah.
Because you think that it can, when you're younger, especially when you're in your 20s and your 30s, you're thinking you're invincible. You think, oh, that won't happen to me. And then even sometimes in your 40s, you're not thinking about the fact that, Americans are living longer. Women live 8 years longer than men. You could, you're going to be around for a while, and God determines when we're going to go. A higher
Right.
being determines when we're going to go. However, we determine our existence while we're here.
Yes.
You know, we
Yes.
determine that
100%.
existence. You can decide that my existence is going to be in a bed. My sister-in-law is a speech pathologist, and a lot of her clients are stroke victims.
Okay.
And you don't take care of your health. Stroke victims survive 70% of the time, which means they could not have their speech, they could lose their hearing, they could lose their sight, and you can literally just be laying there like a vegetable, but existing. It's not like you know we are, as a society, we just, we euthanize people. We don't do that,
Right.
so you have to keep living like that. So
Yeah.
why not create, like you said, you guys need to talk to Carmelle and get yourself on a path so you can live your best healthy life. And so you can also wear fabulous clothes, because we're going to talk about that too. You want to
Yes.
be up,
100%.
moving around, and so you can enjoy, getting up and getting dressed and spending time with friends and family and feeling good about
Yes.
yourself. You know?
Yes, yes, because it's about the quality of life, Yolanda. And I
It
love
is.
seeing older women dressed up with their makeup on. I love it, Yolanda, because
I
it
do
lets us
too.
know that not only at a certain age, you think that we're supposed to stop caring about what we look like. No, if I'm alive, if there's life in me, I want to look cute till I'm 80, 90, 95, 100 years old. I want to look cute, 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 and in style. So but it is about the quality of life, not necessarily the quantity of years. Because yeah, we might be living longer, Yolanda, but it doesn't necessarily mean we're living healthier. And that's why there's a healthcare crisis, like insurance. Again, another
Right.
talk.
Isn't it? It's like a whole different thing. But speaking of clothes and health, so is this a fitness line? You said you are collaborating with a
Yes,
line of
so
clothes.
I've collaborated with this amazing woman, and Yolanda. We have something in common. We're both Black women in business from graduates from the Goldman Sachs
1 million
program.
Black women, Black in business. Yes,
A
we
million Black
are.
women, Black in business. Yeah. So you were the first cohort. I was the second cohort. I met an amazing young woman in the second cohort that had her own functional fitness wear line. And I just said her company is functional fitwear. Functional fitwear. Yeah. Anyway, I'll definitely be providing the link, but she and I collaborated, and what she's done is put my logo on some of her pieces. So I have a clothing line all of a sudden. This is fresh and brand new. This is like a month or two in. So I'm excited about that. So I'll be providing, tanks and pants, because I like to look cute when I'm sweating, because sometimes it's not pretty when we're running, Yolanda. It's not. So I want to look cute as much as possible.
And you guys, I'm always talking about athleisure wear, and there's no reason why you can't look cute in athleisure wear. Many of us spend a good portion of our days wearing athleisure. Why not look super cute? It's great in the airport, athleisure wear. So you can get through that airport, make your connections, and look cute. Because if you look alert and you look cute, that's how you attract that kind of positive energy,
Yes,
that
100%.
the clients, customers, if you're in the dating world, you want to attract, a significant other that's alert and upbeat like yourself, and positive. So yeah, I love athleisure wear, and that's
Yeah.
actually, I'm glad you're going to drop it in there, because it's when I'm shopping for my clients, that's a part of their wardrobe that I help create, is their athleisure wear.
Yes.
So yeah, so that would
Awesome.
be fantastic.
Oh, I would love that. Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Mhm.
How exciting. How exciting. So what's your personal style? What's your go-to, something that you wear a lot?
I love girlfriend loves her 3-4 inch heels. I do. I do. And my feet have always been good to me, even after my car accident where I broke my ankle. At 3 months out of the cast, I was back in my shoes because I girlfriend loves a pair of shoes. So I'm in the winter, I'm the boots, and I've gotta have some height, you know. Summertime, I love cute sandals. I love exposing the toes. I love the sandals with the heels. I love it. So my go-to in the summer, I've got these legs, Yolanda. I'm not gonna
Yes,
be
you do.
shy about it. I've got these amazing legs. So I do wear
Yes,
my
you
short
do.
skirt.
You guys, listen, it's not just her legs. I mean, this woman, if I always say you want to hire the person that, you know, has what you want to see at the other end of the rainbow for yourself. And if you see her, you want you want one of the I would say for me, it's like you go to a hairstylist, you look for me, I'm gonna pick the hairstylist. Oh, I like her hair. And that's who you're gonna pick. So I want her body's great. She looks good in there, anything, everything. I'm telling you.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
she's
Thank
gonna help
you.
you get there.
Oh my goodness, thank you. And Yolanda, I just love your style. And it made sense when I heard what you do and I heard that, you have this My Style Mondays. I said, yeah, well that makes sense. Because even from the first moment I saw you, had on that beautiful flowy green dress and it just complimented you. You know what you reminded me of, those models when they would do the sketches, those models, and they would lean and then the clothes just flows over them. That's what you look like to
Oh,
me. So,
thank
and
you.
just,
I,
yes,
I'm always thinking comfort too. So flowy is always good for me.
very true. But it's very feminine too,
Thank,
and you definitely come
thank you.
across very feminine. So that's nice. Me, I embrace a little bit of my masculinity. So sometimes I'm in a lot of tanks. Lately, I've been doing a lot of the athleisure. Makes sense. But other than that, I like the fitted clothing, Yolanda. And every once in a while, it gets loose too. And I love to feel pretty. I love feeling pretty. And so that's what I do. I try to feel pretty as often as I can.
And hey, listen, that sounds like you have more than one style gear. Sometimes you want tight and fitted, and like you said, your t-shirts, your tanks, and then sometimes you just want to feel very pretty because you look
Yeah.
gorgeous in that pink jumpsuit. You guys, I saw her. I was like, oh my God, goddess. So yeah, she looks so gorgeous and so pretty. And I will say this this part of my life, surrounding yourself with women who are positive and supportive is a good way to help feed your health, feed your mindset, feed your body, feed, your life. And, nobody has, listen, I'm 57 years old. I don't have time. I have no energy to have mean girls at my table, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
So surround yourself, start creating a tribe. And that's what I'm doing. I'm bringing these fabulous women on because I'm creating a tribe and I want to share this tribe of positive women who are doing things to help other women build their business, build their lives so they have great wealth, great health, and create great friendships. So
Yes.
I'm loving my life, and I'm so happy to have met you.
I'm so happy to have met you, Yolanda. I'm definitely appreciative of you just embracing me the way that you did and showing me so much love when we did meet each other on Tuesday. And I'm glad that you mentioned that piece about surrounding yourself with the people that you want to be like, or that energy, because I do offer a community, a private community. It's called the Collective, so that my women, I work with women over 40. I don't think I mentioned all of that, but I work with women over 40. My business is Cfit coaching. You did mention Cfit coaching for me. And I provide this community for the people. Not everybody has cheerleaders. Not everybody has that support. So this is where you'll be able to adopt adopt support and community and cheerleaders and share, so that we don't have to go to Chef Google or Dr. Google and find things out. We can actually tap into our network, to people that we know personally that have gone through some of the challenges that we might be going through right now, or we can share some of our challenges, so everybody knows that, oh, okay, I'm not going through this alone. And menopause is kicking my butt. And why am I gaining weight? And things like that. So these are real things that we're talking about in this community. And so I'm excited about it. I'm just now launching it. So it's still, get in while it's still fresh and warm and new, so that we can build community together.
And you guys, first off, Carmelle is going to, at the end of the show, she's going to drop in all of her contact information, so you can get in contact with her if you're ready to make a change in your life. Hopefully you are, if you're feeling like you need to get healthy and get fit and have that coach, have that cheerleader, have that support system. She's going to include the link. We are also both in the Women Who Boss Up book series. I am Inspiring Women Professionals Who Boss Up book, and Carmelle is in
the International Women of Color Who Boss Up.
So we are both going to put our book links in, so you can get our books. And, you know, we want to share our lives and our community with you. But, you know, this has been so awesome. And you guys know, I mean, I'm going to have Carmelle tell us how we can get in contact with you right now.
Yeah, so it's, my company is Cfit Coaching, but if you go to coachcarmelle.com, and Carmelle is CARMELLE, it's right here on the screen, coachcarmelle.com. That is my digital business card, and you'll see everything there, what I have to offer about putting more plants on your plate, the collective community, and all the other things that I'm doing. The book is there. My clothing line is there. Things that I cook, because my YouTube channel is there, Yolanda, because I have a YouTube channel on which I cook and I do workouts, and it's all there. And I'm doing a slew of things. You'll yeah. Just dive in and just explore. I would appreciate that.
Awesome. And you guys know where you can find me, at thestyletable.com. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. I am also on YouTube. You guys please subscribe to my YouTube channel, At the Style Table, where you can see Carmelle and many other fabulous women who talk about their business and their style. And again, every Monday at 7 p.m. right here on and At the Style Table, we talk to women about their business and their style every Monday at 7 p.m. We'll see you next week. Bye, you guys.
Bye. Thank you, Yolanda. Thank you.